Is it just me that misses when YouTubers actually used to make YouTube videos? Nowadays it just feels like they're too busy with their billion-dollar businesses, Amazon TV shows, or even becoming movie stars. Well, I say becoming movie stars, from what I remember, they were just all so cringe. But was it really that bad? They say YouTubers can do anything, but I am yet to see a YouTuber who acts in a movie and is actually good. Well, to test this theory, today I'm going to be watching every single movie a YouTuber appears in to see can they really act. And if that wasn't hard enough, I'm going to give every single YouTuber a rating out of 10 on their performance, which will be used for our award ceremony. I want to find the best and worst YouTube actors, so I've made some awards to give out at the end of the video. Before we start watching, let me show you the room I'm going to be for the next few days. Here is my lovely desk. I'm probably stuck here for the next few days. I've even got a fridge here with some food. I've stocked up on some Greggs. Luckily, I've even got a bathroom in my room, so there's literally no excuse for me to leave. Now, let's dim the lights and get started. Now, first up, we have Logan Paul. Now, Logan Paul's been in a lot of TV. He's got WWE, he's got Disney Channel. Some would even say his non-competitive boxing exhibition counted as acting. But I never knew he starred in an actual movie. Logan Paul plays the main character in a movie called The Thinning, so obviously we're going to start with that. What just happened? Okay, so overall, the film was actually really cool. The Thinning is about an exam that takes place every single year, and the bottom 5% of the students get, the chop, and that's to stop overpopulation. Now, Logan Paul plays the son of the politician who actually started the Thinning, and his character fails the test on purpose so he can go against the system and take it down. I mean, the concept of the film was really cool. I liked how they kill off all the dumb people and let the smart people live. Anyways, I said the concept was cool, but the execution was just so bad. There were just so many countless cringy scenes and the plot just didn't make sense. I mean, Logan Paul, he's playing a spoiled, entitled brat, but it doesn't make sense how he goes up to armed security guards multiple times and just starts fighting them, and he ends up winning a few times as well. Like, it just made no sense. Someone really needs to study his plot armor. To be honest, it was kind of like he was playing himself in the movie. Like, he was just a big thug. He would just go and fight people for no reason. I don't know, man. Do we count that as acting? Overall, the movie was really cringe, but to be honest, I'm kind of surprised at how good it was. I went in thinking it was going to be a complete cringe fest. I was going to be laughing throughout the whole way. Okay, I've got to admit, it was a little cringe, but it was actually surprisingly good. If they'd cut some of the cringy scenes, I actually probably would have enjoyed it. So Logan, I'm going to give you a 7. Yes, it was kind of cringy, and no, you weren't technically acting, you were just playing yourself. But you were the main character in a film, and you did a pretty good job. And you know what, other people must agree with me, because The Thinning actually ended up getting a second movie. Now, obviously, when you think of Logan Paul, you've got to think of KSI. And I don't think anyone's going to be able to forget his movie, Laid in America with Casper Lee. Now, this movie is 9 years old. I literally remember being a kid when I last watched this, so this is going to be pretty fun. Man, well done. That was so good. What the hell? Okay, so if you haven't seen this masterpiece, let me tell you a bit about it. KSI and Casper Lee are British exchange students living in America, and today's their last day in America. Tonight on their last day, they want to go to a party, but to get in, they have to bring a girl each. So to do that, they end up meeting some girls online, they end up getting catfished, they end up getting roofied, kidnapped, having dinner with the kidnapped's mother, breaking out and escaping, stealing a car, stealing a watch, going to some cult party, and then finally ending up at the real party. I mean, to anyone who's not seen the movie, that sounds like the craziest plot ever, but it actually makes sense when you watch it. First up, we've got KSI. He's basically playing himself in the movie. He's so funny with just the right amount of cringe. I've really got to give him credit. He was so good in this movie, and he was just as good as I remembered. He's got so many funny scenes in the film that I will not be able to launch today, so you know for a fact this film is going down in history. Also, props to him. He's got a few knockouts in the film, so I'm guessing this is where he learned his boxing technique from. Casper Lee, on the other hand, his character was so annoying. It just felt like in every other scene he was crying or he wanted to cry about something. It was just really pissing me off. I'll give him credit, I did like his acting, but I just could not get past his character. I just absolutely hated him. From what I remember, there was not one funny scene he had. I guess that contrast between the two characters is what made JJ so funny, but I'm sorry Casper Lee, you've got the short end of the stick. I'm going to give JJ a 9 and I'm going to give Casper Lee a 6. I was thinking about this afterwards. If Casper Lee was replaced with Deji, that would have been a generational film. Now, if anyone's going to surpass KSI, it's probably going to be MrBeast. Now, as you all know, MrBeast has his own TV series, Beast Games, but I never knew he starred in a movie. And out of all films, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. MrBeast has a 5-second cameo where he voices the character who goes up to Mr. Splinter, starts stroking him, realizes he's a rat, and sends the whole of Times Square into panic. Now I get MrBeast is a busy man, but I watched the whole movie just to see him for 5 seconds, so I can't say I'm not disappointed. Overall though, the film was pretty good. I liked how the turtles were voiced by teenagers in this, but I just can't get past the fact that I watched the whole film for Jimmy to be in it for 5 seconds. I did like how his character didn't sound like MrBeast, so for that Jimmy, I'm gonna give you a 5. Now, MrBeast isn't the only YouTuber to do a voiceover. Marcus Brownlee did one too. Well, I thought he did. I watched the whole of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because ChatGPT told me he voiced the character in it. So throughout the whole movie, I was waiting for a scene where a tech guy pops up, and you can only imagine my surprise when the whole movie went by, there wasn't a single scene. So it turns out ChatGPT lied to me multiple times saying Marcus Brownlee is in a film when he's not. Unfortunately for you, Marcus Brownlee, you're gonna get an automatic disqualification. I'm sorry, I know it must be harsh and your family must be devastated, but you're literally not in a film. What am I meant to rate you on? Now, if anyone's scared that AI is going to take our jobs, please just show them this video. I literally wasted an hour and a half of my life watching a film. Anyways, you guys aren't going to be disappointed with the next one. Earlier we had Logan Paul, so next up, it only makes sense that we have his little brother, Jake. Now obviously we could watch some of his shows on the Disney Channel, but we're after a movie. And apparently he stars in a film called Dance Camp, so that's going to be pretty fun to watch. I'm gonna grab some food though because I am starving. Whoops. Okay, so I ended up falling asleep, but honestly, that might have been the worst movie I've ever watched in my life. It's about a kid who's sentenced to community service at a dance center, and he falls in love with either dance or with a girl in the dance team. I don't really know, the movie was so complicated. Now, Jake wasn't even a main character in this, he was a protagonist. And just like his brother, he played this thug enemy who just wanted to fight people. The only difference is, instead of wanting to have normal battles, he wanted to have dance battles. Jake was the leader of a dance gang called Y=MC². And despite him literally being a dancer, he somehow still made a way to make himself seem like a thug. Yeah, I don't know, the whole movie was a bit of a joke. But what's more of a joke is this guy ends up growing up to be a guy who beats Mike Tyson in a boxing match. Jake, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give you a 2. Now I like both the Paul brothers, and maybe it's because both films are from 2016, but I just hate the fact that they have to play thugs who think they're hard. It's just so cringe. Maybe it's because 2016 was peak cringe era, but the movie is literally rated 3 stars. I'm sorry Jake, you're sticking with 2. Next up we have David Dobrik in Angry Birds 2. Now I know David does a lot of side quests like opening his own pizza store in LA, but I did not imagine him to be in Angry Birds 2. My favourite was the red original guy. I did like the yellow triangle, but I'm gonna have to stick with Big Red. So watching this is gonna be pretty fun. You know what, I actually really liked the film. I liked Angry Birds as a kid, so it was so cool to see the characters again after so many years. You won't believe it, but the film was about the birds and the pigs teaming up. Yes, I know, right? Shocking. But they team up to go against a new island called Eagle Island. Now in this film, David Dobrik was one of the guards of Eagle Island. And to be honest, he was pretty good. When I first heard his character speak, I was thinking to myself, there's no way this is David Dobrik. His voice acting was really good. When he was playing the role, you could not tell it was him at all. Overall, his character was pretty funny. He had a few good dance moves, but his lines were pretty limited. Then again, he is a security guard, so what is he meant to talk about? Now, JoJo Siwa was also in Angry Birds 2. And to be honest, she was surprisingly good as well. Now, when I heard her speak for the first time, I could instantly tell it was JoJo Siwa. But she did it in a really good way. It wasn't anything like her YouTube voice, but she played the voice of a child really well. I mean, her whole branding is about children, so I guess that kind of helps. Also, apparently she's been on Nickelodeon before, so I guess that helps too. As for character ratings, I'm gonna give David a 7 and JoJo an 8. They were both really good. It's just such a shame David didn't get more lines in the film. JoJo Siwa was really good. She had a lot of lines. It's just a shame she had a smaller character in the film. I mean, at least none of them acted throughout the whole film to get a rating of a 2. Now finally we have Smosh. Now I've put these two together because, to be honest, I can't really tell the difference between them. I never really watched Smosh as a child, so this is going to be pretty cool to see for the first time. You know what, that was surprisingly good. Now this is my first time seeing Smosh before, so please don't judge me if I don't know any inside jokes or anything. The movie was about 2 boys who uploaded a video onto YouTube and they wanted to take it down. And to take it down, they went and met with Mr. YouTube, I think his name was. Now he told them to delete the videos. They actually had to go into the videos through a portal to delete them. Now his plan was to get them into the videos and trap them there so they make content forever and ever and ever. Now I thought this was a good idea. Maybe I'm an evil guy, but that sounds like a solid business plan. Trap creators forever, make them work for you. Okay, now that sounds a bit too much like slavery. Anyways, they finally find a way to leave the YouTube videos and both their dreams come true. Now the movie overall is really good. It was probably one of the better movies I've watched over the weekend. I liked some of the funny scenes, the references to Pokemon, although that Mr. YouTube guy did keep trying to get his piece out a bit too much. He should probably be kept away from schools for a while. Anyways, like I said, I haven't really watched Smosh before, so I couldn't really tell if they were acting or if they were playing themselves, but they did a really good job. Not once did I think, oh, this is really cringe, so I'm gonna have to give them an 8. Now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Every single day, hour, minute, second has been leading to this moment. Who's going to win an award? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our annual awards ceremony. Tonight I'm going to be presenting 3 awards: the YouTube's Best Actor, YouTube's Most Surprising Actor, and YouTube's Worst Actor. First up, we have an award for YouTube's Best Actor. Can we have a drum roll please? And the winner is KSI. I'm sure it comes to no surprise that KSI was the funniest actor of the evening. Nobody can argue that Lady in America is going down in YouTube history as one of the best movies ever. Thank you 2016 KSI, you will forever be cherished. Now next up we have an award for YouTube's Most Surprising Actor. This goes to someone who's really surpassed what I thought of them. A few honorable mentions are Jojo Siwa and Logan Paul. But the winner is Smosh. I'd never watched them before, but to be honest, I really like them, and I do think I might go back and look at some of the older videos. You guys had an excellent movies. I would say overall they had the best movie of the weekend. Thank you. You've earned this award. And finally, we have the worst actor of the evening. There's a pretty clear answer of Marcus Brownlee as he got disqualified. However, I'm going to overrule that. Jake Paul, I'm going to hand you this L. And I can really not get those thoughts of you dancing out of my head. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our award ceremony for 2025. It wasn't easy, but it had to be done. If you've watched this far into the video, you must have liked it. So make sure you like, subscribe and comment. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next year. Goodbye.